They thought we were going to help them rebuild, which is what we had promised to do. But instead, all we did was continually destroy, and the longer we're there, the more we destroy. Little by little, people became less and less grateful and more and more angry.
This idea that we can rebuild someone's family after we destroy it. The idea that we can go over there and that cause so much death and destruction and then still think that we can fix this. I mean, how do you repair your brother just died? How do you repair the loss of your child? How do you repair a child losing his mother or her mother?
I know from my own experience, even, losing friends over there, it makes you angry, It builds a resentment against the Iraqi people. The guys start to question it, and it's like, we're here to help you people, and you're killing us, and you're not telling us who put the bombs in the road and who's doing this and that. So I think there's a huge resentment to the general public, because the more guys we lose, personal friends, the less the guys really cared about what damage they did to the area and the people that got killed. And I think that's a totally natural, thing to happen. I can't imagine anyone not becoming angry that their friend was killed and they didn't see any justice. But on the same note, that's what the Iraqis are going through every single day too. Once the war is over, or once you're no longer in that experience, in that role, you start to reflect and start to think about all the things that you went through and the things that you did, and you realize how that's not you. That's not who you are, and you just wonder what you've become.
I watched an American soldier who was pinned by this Humvee that had rolled over, and none of the medics had rendered aid because triage insists that you only help those who have a chance of living, and the medics didn't think that he had a chance of living, and so he was not priority. I found out over the radio on the way back that he had died en route to the Kirkuk clinic. And I realized that for that entire length of time, he was still alive. And that's when I realized, he was dying slowly. And for the next 9 nights, I never slept, because all I kept thinking about was what must have been going through his mind if he could hear us. If he knew that there were people just outside arm's reach and they weren't doing anything to save him. And the farther I was removed from that incident, chronologically, my thoughts began to turn instead to, why was that the only death that affected me? Why was it an American life that really disturbed me? Why is Iraqi life not just as disturbing for me to watch pass away as it was American life? And that, I think, is when I really started to get a sour taste in my mouth for what we were doing over there.
I mean, the mission was so unclear because it was tactically what we were trained not to do. I think that's part of what made the mission even more confusing. Was not only was it unclear what it was going to achieve, as far as the repetition of going on patrols day after day without change. That's not a mission, that's a pattern, that's a habit. A mission is specific with a goal and achieves tangible things, and we were not told of one tangible thing that this would be benefiting our people for. The reasons for the Iraq War have changed greatly since the war started 5 years ago, and if you're going to keep continuing to believe these things that are obviously not the truth. I mean, we broke it, we bought it, we're buying it with American lives. I mean, what do you think the purchase price is for that damage? There is no forgiveness in my book for someone who sits here in America and orders Americans into battle to die and makes money off of it and profits hand and fist and lies through their teeth to keep it going. I mean, at some point it becomes enough.
If people mean what they say with those magnets about we support our troops, then this is the way you do it. Like a $1.50 magnet doesn't mean anything if you're really just going to sit on your duff and feel absolutely no stirring of conscience to go out and do something about the state of affairs of our nation. Then I think, yeah, they are violating their obligation to not just the country, but to the rest of the citizens of the country. I think that America does have a duty to the troops.